Yo, what's up? It's me, Chase, of PP. And today, we're doing this thing called One Piece cover stories. If you don't know, if you're a fan, or if you're a fan of One Piece, you know. If you don't know, what the fuck am I saying? Any other way, One Piece is known for having these things called cover stories. Where usually, Oda, the creator of One Piece, he usually continues on certain character stories through like the cover, I guess, of the newest chapter. It's a fun little way to like kind of sort of know what's going on. We're gonna be doing that. I'm not drawing it though. I'm just doing. It's like my cover stories are just like shortened stories, I guess. It's like things that are happening behind the scenes that I don't think is just gonna naturally come out during the sessions at all. And so you kind of know what some characters are doing while we're focused on the main people. I guess it's the best way to explain this. So yeah, I'm trying to do this one take. I'm not about to read this long ass thing. Let me explain a little bit. I was supposed to do two. I was supposed to do, spoiler alert, this is a Shige cover story is what I'm about to read. I promised I was gonna do this months ago. When we finished the last session that we did, I asked everybody to pick a character they want to cover story on. Ace is the only one who actually picked people, and he picked Shige and Jake. Jake I'm still working on. Shige I have finished at this point now. It took me hours. It took me way longer than I thought it was going to take. Yeah, it took me hours. I've just finished. I want to do this one take because it's long. And hopefully, so it's one of two things. Either every cover story is like this, sounds like, damn, this might be more sparse than I intended to be, or this was just a special case because it's Marines. Marines are always doing something, so I think I had a lot of things that I had to like say. I feel, and yeah, if you don't like the cover stories, you don't really need them. I'll be able to explain things just in the regular D&D. I think it's just like fun little things if you want to know about certain characters. Like even maybe introduce to new characters, super early. Who knows? And yeah, I'm gonna do this one take. It's long. It's supposed to be kind of casual, so don't make fun of my reading. I will be laughing. Not like the compendium. I'm not cutting shit out. Maybe. And yeah, with that being said, play that intro. Maybe. I feel like each cover story should have like a title. We're gonna name this cover story "End of the Line." Okay, so it's been about a week and a half since the events of Mute Tundra ended. Shige was taking her time walking down the path to reach Blue View Village. The reason being that Shima has been in a mood since they left the Mute Tundra. So Shige waking up to a fellow Marine, informing her that that Shima summoned her. Doesn't sound like a good start to the day. As Shige entered Movie Village, she was immediately struck by the bustling activity that filled the air. The village, though small, exuded a sense of unity and purpose. Marines clad in their distinctive uniforms worked alongside the male villagers, forging a unique camaraderie that seemed to define the community. In the heart of the village, a group of Marines was assisting the locals in constructing sturdy buildings. The sound of hammers striking nails into place resonated through the air, creating a symphony of progress. Shige noticed a commanding officer that she knew to be named Dudley, who was known to be a stern but fair figure, directing the construction efforts with a map in hand, ensuring that every detail was executed with precision. Nearby, another group of Marines was engaged in distributing fresh produce and supplies to the villagers. Birds of fruits and vegetables lined the streets, and the aroma of recently harvested crops wafted through the air. The Marines worked efficiently, their disciplined demeanor contrasting with the lively chatter and gratitude expressed by the villagers. As Shige continued through the village, she witnessed Marines engaging in friendly conversations with the locals, learning about their needs and concerns. Some were even participating in impromptu games. The village, once isolated and perhaps overlooked, had become a focal point for the Marines to establish positive relations with the inhabitants. With each step, Shige felt a palpable sense of cooperation and mutual respect between the Marines and the villagers. However, whatever good vibes she was building inside quickly vanished when she heard when she reached the head of the village, Old Man Moo's house. Before Shige could open the door, Sarada burst through the door, very obviously not in a good mood. She almost brushed right past Shige until she realized who it was. "She talked to you yet?" Sarada asked, but didn't really wait for an answer since she continued just as fast as she asked. "She's really punishing us for that bullshit at New Tundra. The fuck I'm supposed to know who that dude was?" she asked, but obviously wasn't expecting much of an answer as she started walking away, shaking her head. Shige blinked a bit from the mini rant, but was able to call out and ask, "Where are you going?" In which Sarada informed, "I was stationed at a nearby base, but I'm supposedly supposed to just meet some dude named Toga there and do a quality check on a train?" Shige knew who Toga was and could guess what train she was talking about, but decided to just let Sarada naturally calm down as the two said their goodbyes and Shige turned towards the door to face her fate. By the way, if I fuck up any of the S's, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Shige, Shima, Sarada are all in this story. So if I accidentally say another name, please use context clues. She opened the door to find Shima sitting at the table, who seemed to be drinking tea and reading the newspaper. Shima casually looked up from the newspaper, letting out a soft "ah" before folding the paper and putting it back down. "Hey Shige," she greeted. Shige just gave a simple nod before getting right to business. "You're punishing us?" "Because I don't want to sound annoying, but we really didn't know that," she started, but was quickly cut off by Shima, who simply stated, "Like I told Sarada, I'm not punishing either of you." Shige went quiet for a moment as she softly chewed the inside of her cheek. "So, to be clear, you're sending us away after giving us the silent treatment because you're happy." Shima rolled her eyes at what sounded like sarcasm. "Right now, my focus is solely on making Move You whole again. Me keeping you and Sarada here is me wasting your time when you could be out doing what you're good at. If Dre wasn't a builder, I would be sending him off as well," she informed, before going quiet. After a few seconds, Shima finally let out a long sigh, her face softening quite a bit. "Or, I don't know. Maybe I should keep you both here. Well," she shook her head. "I've never been good at this social stuff." Shige thought for a moment, considering her words. "When Sarada and I met, we soon realized we both got invited to that training corps by you. So we decided to look out for each other until we actually were able to become officers. While we bonded, we both realized we were really thankful towards you. I knew that one day you'll be allowed to have your ship, and hoped you wouldn't forget about us when that day came. So when we got the call up, I saw you picked us to fight for justice alongside you. Me and Sarada made a promise that day. So, continue making your decisions. Don't worry about how bad our reaction to it may be. We're not embedded in you. We're not overlooking you. You're our leader. We're going to follow you from now to the end of the line," Shige informed. Shima had completely softened at that point and slowly opened her mouth as if to respond, but quickly shut it and cleared her throat as someone knocked on that front door, making Shige also strain her standing as she put her arms behind her back again. "Come in," Shima called out. Fuck. A girl, about Shima's age, walked in. She had blonde hair, blue eyes, a marine mini dress on, white stockings and heels. And based on the sword hanging lowly behind her, Sarada assumed she was good with the said sword. "Captain?" she announced herself, sort of shyly. Shima nodded, just in time. Come on in. "Shige, this is Guinevere. Guinevere, Shige," she introduced the two, who both gave each other a little nod. "So, onto the assignment you both have been assigned to," Shima started before clearing her voice more. Still feeling a tad bit vulnerable from the brief conversation her and Shige just had. "You'll be going to Luminara Kingdom to collect a parcel from Nebulon to then deliver to Sabaody. By the time you get there, I should be done here and I'll pick you up. You can return to headquarters at that point, Guinevere." Shige and Guinevere looked at each other for a short moment before looking back towards Shima. Shige spoke up. "Just us?" Which Shima answered her pretty fast. "Apologies, no. You'll be taking orders from Lieutenant Name," she started, but got interrupted as the front door swung open, a loud man rushing in. "Good morning, fellow seekers of justice," he announced, walking right past the two girls and right up to Shima, who was still sitting down, meaning he was looking down at her, the table being the only thing separating them. He crossed his arms and smiled. So, you're the Fleet Admiral's daughter. You don't look that tough. Come fight me and show me your grit, he happily challenged. She even didn't change her facial expression, bluntly informing him, that's not a question you answered. She then turned her attention back towards the girls. Ladies, this is Lieutenant Douglas, who will be your commanding. She started, but got interrupted as Shige, as Shige spoke up. Lieutenant? Ma'am, I'm a lieutenant. Why would he be my commanding officer? She asked. Douglas stepped to the side and looked at Shige, looking a bit impressed. You're pretty mouthy. I like that, he complimented. Though Sarada didn't see it as much of a compliment. Though Shige didn't see much as a compliment, so she very quickly spurted out an excuse me, in a much less nice tone than she usually uses. Before the interaction got any further, Shima interrupted to warn Douglas. You shouldn't call people mouthy, it's rude. Which was just responded with a confusing look from Douglas. Shima then continued. I don't know how much you two know about the Admiral program, but to make a long explanation short, headquarters is selecting specific people with what they think have the right qualifications to streamline to a Vice Admiral position. It will be some of the first considered if an Admiral position is open. Douglas here is in said program. They recruit from Mindforge themselves and everything. This little mission you're all going on is his first test, she explained, to no pushback. She waited for a few seconds before continuing to talk. Any other questions? Guinevere raised her hand slowly, starting to talk after getting the okay from Shima. Are you okay? Nope. Are you, sure? I don't know how to fuck that up. Are you, sure you're okay with me going on this? I mean, with the history and all between me and, will there be a problem? Shima asked, cutting Guinevere off. Shima took her silence as an answer. Besides, you're not my underling. Your commanding officer volunteered you. I can't shut you down. Shima then went silent again, waiting for anybody else to talk before nodding. And Ship should be waiting for you three. It's a long journey, so get moving. She shooed. Douglas smiled and nodded assuredly. Come, my underlings, and together we will show the world our determined justice. As he confidently left the building, followed by Guinevere. Before Shige could fully leave, Shima stopped her, giving her one last message. Quick reminder, this will be the first time I'm not going to be around. I chose you for a reason, Shige. Being around a warlord and a lieutenant with low maturity wanted to prove himself, you may be thrust into uncomfortable situations. Be smart and stay true to yourself. Shige just smiled and nodded, ending the conversation by saying, I'll relay the message to Sarada if I see her before leaving. Try not to miss your best bus too much while we're off having fun while you fill out paperwork or whatever you do. She sort of teased as she left the building, closing the door behind her. And there you go. That's the end of the first cover story featuring Shige. If you like those, then I don't know how to do this. I guess you can like suggest if you can think of any characters, you can suggest cover stories for other characters. But yeah, like the video, do the channel, hit the like button and subscribe. Check out your One Piece D&D on this channel and on the crew channel, link down below. And you should also be able to, at least by the time season 2 comes out, you should be able to listen to all of season 1 wherever you listen to your podcast. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. I feel like I said my intro there. I'll see you guys next time. This is Chase, LPP, signing off. Check out Naruto D&D as well. Link down below. Peace.